I got an email from Massa's brother linking me to deal 7. I shouldn't have opened it. Ongezellig. Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier. Today, I am breathing my last breaths. I made one fatal decision, yet one so negligible that you wouldn't think twice about it. It all started yesterday evening, not too much longer after I signed off from my last video. What happened was, and for my next video, I will be accepting recommendations in my subreddit, r/markiplier. Bring your best horror content. I will be reacting to the best of the best submitted. Good luck. I shut off my recording software and leaned back in my chair. Sometimes it was hard to comprehend the type of job I had, if you even classified it as a real one. All I did was mostly run-of-the-mill reaction videos, but I had become so popular through this. Why would anyone quit while they were gifted something so rare? I checked back on my personal subreddit not too much longer thereafter. Everything seemed to be in order. Mostly the same few guys submitting some average content that they would like to be featured. At least I thought. One specific submission struck me as a bit off. I had never seen anything like it before. I couldn't make sense of what it was. What was I looking at? It was posted by user u/Soyzellig with the caption, "My brother wanted to show you his latest creation. He has always been a fan of your content." The username didn't make any sense. The usual Reddit username goes something along the lines of their favorite cat memes or even something just randomly generated. This was entirely different. I bookmarked the post for later. I didn't want to investigate further, at least not now. I returned to the submissions and compiled those that perfectly fit the video's topic. Things were going well and I was on track to meet the premiere date. Now that I had finished my task, I decided to return to that very odd submission. I had been letting it occupy space at the back of my head for hours at this point. I had time to spare checking it out. When I opened the post fully, I was confused. Why had I been so bewildered? The post in question was just a simple request to involve a small animated show in the video, something along the lines of ongezellig or whatever. Since the video in the post was 20-something minutes long, I only planned on watching the first minute. So why did I end up watching the whole thing? I don't remember. I could swear to make out a simple little animation, but did I hallucinate it all? That was the last thing I remembered before I fell down on the ground and cracked my skull. At least that's what Soyberg told me. After I left my rather unscheduled checkup, I went back to the recording studio with some pain in my rectum and some delicious calming pills in my stomach. Who had brought me over? I didn't. And nobody else was around right now. My head was feeling better at this point, so I got back to working on the video. I felt like this project was special in a way, but I don't know how to phrase that properly. I didn't think of the odd submission at all at this point. I finalized the video with all the intended submissions having a part. I put it on YouTube shortly after. Nothing special happening so far. It was doing a little worse in the views department than usual, though. I didn't feel tired that night. At this point the video was up for an hour and the trends were all doing worse than average. What was wrong with my video? I hoped nothing that had to do with my head being battered played a part. I closed the statistics and opened up the actual video to see what the comments might have to say. "Hey Mark, what's up with that short portion? You ruined me and my wife's son's immersion, uncommon, plier Margerald, and Marky Gods, what was that?" were some of the comments that were at the top. I didn't get it. I had received nothing like these comments ever before. Where did these people come from? Are they in the new comments as well? I began sorting comments by new. The same types of comments on the top were there as well. Why? I scrolled down, attempting to decipher the gem speak I was reading. When I saw the same content in the odd submission as a profile picture for one commenter. The comment said, "My vision got blurry. I felt like I was going to fall down again, but I closed the YouTube tab quickly enough before I blacked out." Thank Fauci my meds hadn't worn off yet. What was going on with this? I contemplated for a few minutes before I decided to open my completed video again and watch it in full. I couldn't trust myself anymore. I started the video from the very beginning. It was quite the long project. I saw my familiar face, and everything I forgot came back to me as I watched and remembered what I had done. But slowly I began to look more dull, as if I didn't want to continue with the script of my video. I quickly cut out from what I was mentioning about the last submission. And I watched from my own computer screen as the recorded Markiplier quickly lost his serious yet humor-filled expression as he said while facing directly to the camera, "Hello allemaal, mijn naam is Markiplier. Vandaag kijken we naar een nieuwe aflevering van de populaire serie ongezellig. Werkelijk een ruwe diamond." What was I saying? I had never learned German before. Then, I started to play the submission. But that wasn't me playing that video. It wasn't me speaking in that language. It couldn't be. The video started after the recorded Markiplier said, "Voor mijn presentatie vandaag, laat ik jullie ongezellig deel 7 zien." There was a glimpse of darkness in his eyes. There was malice. Why? It began with a short girl with orange hair sitting in her room alone. It looked as if she was trying to tear out your soul with her eyes as she looked directly into the camera. But before the video went any further, the recorded Markiplier gained light in his eyes and shouted at the top of his lungs, "Orange fucker," paused the video, and fell to the floor. For a short while, I swear I heard some German curse words being muttered. Then, the video ended by itself. Something had control of me. If that thing had lost its power over me, and turned off the recording itself, where was it now? The power shut off in the studio. I couldn't bring myself to turn around. I knew what was behind me. My mouth was shut closed. I couldn't scream, I couldn't speak. I don't remember if I could even move, or if I was just too paralyzed in fear. The computer turned on in front of me and immediately opened an image I had never saved before. It was my loose friend, Chud. He was dead. It's over.